The Vivo X200 Pro Mini is here, and this is one that I really want to unbox. It comes from China. Is it available in Thailand? The answer might be quite difficult. Everyone probably knows that other models are likely to be available, except for this one. Why is that? I'm not sure. It could be because the price might be higher, or maybe people aren't buying the Mini Pro version. But for me, this model is incredibly interesting. Let's take a look. Wow, here it is, the adorable Vivo X200 Pro Mini. It's so cute. Let's take a look at what's in the box. Everyone can probably guess what color I bought based on the props on this table. The accessories include a Vivo Flash Charge 90W adapter, which is really impressive, and a USB Type-C cable. There's also a SIM ejector tool and a clear case. If you haven't seen the Vivo X200 Pro yet, you should check it out. The color is beautiful. Now, let's unbox the device. Oh, it's so cute. The color is a lovely pink, and it fits perfectly in hand. It has specifications similar to the Pro model, but is more compact and has a feminine pink color. The logo is right here. And interestingly, we usually don't see Vivo cameras protruding above the body like this, but this one has edges that resemble a DSLR camera lens. Let me set this up for a moment, and I'll be back to chat. I've tested it overnight, and it turns out I really like it among the current bar-type smartphones. This one is definitely at the top, or even number one. Why do I say that? First, I really like its display. This screen has the thinnest bezels I've ever seen. If you don't believe me, let me show you. Here is the Vivo X200 Pro Mini, and I'll compare it with the iPhone 16 Pro Max for a moment. Now, let me have my colleague zoom in on the black bezel area. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has the thinnest bezels in terms of flat screens, but the Vivo X200 Pro Mini is even thinner. And it's not just the side bezels. The bottom is also very thin, as you can see right now. This makes it feel amazing when you hold and use it. It's really beautiful and gives a feeling similar to those who have used the iPhone 16 Pro Max. If you've used an iPhone, you'll feel this way about the display of this phone. Let's take a closer look at the size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has a 6.9-inch display, while this little one, the Vivo X200 Pro Mini, has a 6.31-inch display, which is quite close to the iPhone 16 Pro. In comparison, the Vivo X200 Pro has a display size of 6.78 inches, so there's a slight difference. Another feature I really like is the vibrant colors of the display. This is an AMOLED display with a refresh rate of 120 Hz, capable of showing 1 billion colors, and it has a highlight of a maximum brightness of 4,500 nits. I took it out for outdoor photography, and it performed well in the bright Thai sun, allowing me to see the display very clearly, which was impressive. Also, this model has a front camera right here. Holding it like this, it's not just about the beautiful display or the edge-to-edge screen. The feeling of holding it gives us a true sense of being a pro. There are many models, and when a smaller version is released, we often feel hesitant to use it because it doesn't have the same feel, or sometimes it might feel heavier. However, this model really meets the needs. The weight of the device is 187 grams, while the X200 Pro weighs 223 grams. To put it simply, if any smartphone weighs less than 200 grams, it means that phone is light. You can see the sides. It has a sleek design. The back has the camera positioned at the top half. If you remember the X200 Pro, the camera is almost half the size of the device, but this one has a much smaller lens. There's also a logo placed here, and one thing to note is that the area around the lens is raised, meaning when you place it on a table, this part won't touch the surface, only the edges will, which is a good feature. As for the color options, there are various colors available. I chose the pink, which I find quite impressive. It's a pastel pink that's just right, not too sweet, and even men can use it. In the sunlight, it looks like this, and the feeling is really good. I've praised it a lot, but I still want to talk about the camera a bit since it's quite significant. At first, I was also worried that, given the Mini in its name, it might compromise on specifications. However, in actual use, it performs just as well as the Pro model. This device comes with a main camera setup featuring a 50 megapixel resolution and an aperture of f1.6 with a sensor size of 1.28 inches, approximately 1.22 microns. It uses the same Sony IMX888 sensor as the Pro model. The main difference is in the telephoto lens. The Pro model has a 200 megapixel telephoto lens with a zoom range of 3.7x, while this one has a 50 megapixel telephoto lens with a 3x zoom and a maximum zoom of 100x. The ultra-wide camera is also 50 megapixels. The front camera is 3 megapixels. I will show you some examples and share my thoughts on how it performs, starting with the photos I like the most. Well, it's really great. Let's start with this picture. This one has a very vibrant size. I mean, the collaboration between Size and Vivo will be explained in another clip, which will tell you how it is and how it affects the view. But for now, let me talk about the style of Size. Size will have a lens that provides bright colors, and you will really feel the clarity of the image standing out. This time, for the vivo X200 Pro Mini, everything is clear. This is about processing, and the side piece star coating is important. When we take photos and encounter backlighting or lens flare, this feature can significantly reduce or counteract those effects. Additionally, this device excels in managing portrait photography. As I showed earlier, if we zoom in, we can see that the face is sharp, the skin tone is just right, and the edge cutting is done naturally and beautifully. The background blur is also impressive. Even in slight backlighting, it can still produce a beautiful blur. You can see that the dark area still shows hair, which is very well done. This is a photo of ice, and I just casually took it at an 85 millimeter distance, and it turned out beautifully. You can see the details in the fingers, the camera, the hat, and even the hairline. The details of the shirt are very clear. This device allows for quick shooting. You can feel the different layers from the solar panel to the hand of the subject. This is something that Vivo and the team have developed exceptionally well. Let's try taking some photos. This one here, the character Mario, is really close to the back panel, but we still feel it pops out. This is the TD Pop technology developed in collaboration between Vivo and the team. Now, how's the zoom? Let me show you. This is the range from 0 to 6 times 15 millimeter, moving up 1 time to 23 millimeter. Now, this is the optical zoom at 70 millimeter, moving to 10 times at 233 millimeter. Is it clear? Let me show you. It's very clear. Moving on to 467 millimeter, 417 millimeter, which is backlit. This is a shot of the sun right here. Then at 100 times, it comes out like this, which means when we take photos, we can choose. This model is beautiful. Wow, the photos come out really nice. When we take photos with Vivo and then switch to other devices, we start to have issues like wondering why it looks different. Right now, in my mind, it's Vivo, Oppo, and others regarding photography because there are various engineering aspects involved. This is the front camera. How is it? I won't find it for you, but the skin home is excellent. However, you still can't see any hair. It doesn't make it overly beauty-like, but the photos come out really well. Okay, in the portrait mode, it has the same portrait lens as before, and you can choose the style you want going up to 100 millimeter, but the 85 millimeter fixed lens takes beautiful photos. You can try it out, or if you want to change, the bogey fair, which is the pocket fair size, is available in other formats. There are options like Speed Bio Star and Jonapran Digital Cine Fair to choose from as well. Also, since this is a Chinese ROM, it has AI features that make photography fun, with options for winter, autumn, Chinese style, summer, and spring. Let's take a look at some sample images. Hello? Hello there, how are you? Many times, everyone wants to hear the sound clearly, so I have to test everything. I personally enjoy loud and booming music from my phone, and this one has a really strong bass. The first time I used it in the listening room while playing ROV, I felt that the sound effects and other audio were quite solid. This model comes with dual stereo speakers, top and bottom, so when we use it, we typically use it in landscape mode. I may have played various games, and the in-game sound is excellent. This model is equipped with a Dimensity 9400 chip. If I had to mention one thing I regret, it's that this model doesn't come with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which is a bit slow. However, next year we should see almost all models with the Elite chip. This model comes with 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB of storage, and it also features the Vivo V2 image processing chip for gaming. It's really smooth. I like it a lot because it's lightweight, right? I can hold it and play games for a much longer time. This model has a 5700 mAh battery, which is slightly less than the X200 Pro, but it still charges quickly at 90 watts and has wireless charging at 30 watts, which is exactly the same. The cooling system works very well too. If you look at the clip I'm currently recording from this screen, the frame rate is very stable at 60 and the various effects are displayed nicely. The various tasks are performed very well, especially when it comes to AI. Vivo has developed various functions, whether it's removing people or other features, but it mostly remains within Origin OS. So we will have to wait and see which AI features will be brought to Thailand for users to try out. I think this is getting long, so I'll wrap it up here. I don't know if I'll have the chance to review the Thai version, so I wanted to share my thoughts on this device. Overall, I'm very impressed with the price of under 25,000 baht. If it's at that price and offers this quality, I don't know what else could compete. I can only say one thing. I hope to see the Thai version soon. If you want it to come to Thailand, you still have time to comment, and Vivo Thailand will definitely take a look. Let's hope to meet again with the Thai version. For now, I'll say goodbye and see you next time. Goodbye.